This is the top 50 wrestlers of all time, according to WWE.
Right.
They got Terry Funk at 22.
Ooh. Low blow.
Now let's be honest.
Wait a minute now. Let me put it to you this way. World's champion, 1 hour Broadways, crazy matches in Japan, FMW, All Japan Pro Wrestling.
First got to take it to Hollywood.
Wrestling, yes. First got to take wrestling in his blood. Yeah. Total bang, bang, bang across the board. Nothing but props for him.
Yeah, definitely.
But media-wise, media-wise, I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, WrestleMania 3. I started the craziness with Vince. That's a tough one. That's a tough call for me.
Do you think in your heart you're above him?
I'm not saying above him. I think I made a bigger mark than he did.
So you should be higher than him on the list, is what you're saying.
Yes, it's going to be hard to see.
But you got to realize what that guy did, too.
Number 21.
He just ain't some clown that went up there and wrestled a few main events and won the WWE title 10 or 12 times.
Maybe out of respect to Terry Funk, that he's not properly placed as well. He's probably better than 22.
Well, he is 22, right?
He is 22, but I'm just saying for what you.
I'd have to hear the rest of them.
I know that's what I'm saying. So for what you're saying, it sounds like he should be a lot higher than this.
Yes, definitely.
Number 21, was it Lou Thesz?
Yeah.
Lou Thesz, number 21.
Well, it depends on, bro, if you're talking about, I don't know, I mean, if it's entertainment, you got to.
Wouldn't it be about a guy who's drawn the most money, who can pack the stadiums, who is you can advertise, who's versatile, isn't the whole business about money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all a work. It's all a work. Because you need to. It's pro wrestling started out as a carnival attraction.
Yeah,
and it didn't start out as technical. It started out to put asses in the seats.
Right. Thesz was a shooter during the 50s that learned the business really, really well. Just was the business.
Now,
but
we're talking about everybody. Everybody we speak of is ranked higher than you so far.
But he wasn't media friendly. He was not media friendly at all.
He was old school.
And he missed his era. If he'd have been, right now, 25 years old, he'd have been the new Bob Backlund, and Vince would have ran with him probably and whatever. But
number 20.
Timing, he was off.
I think this is way genuine. I think this is way not right. I think especially ahead of you. Jerry the King Lawler, number 20.
Oh.
No, please. No. I love Jerry to death, but come on, brother. He spent his whole career in Memphis.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, all right, go next.
No.
Number 19. Edge. They got Edge. They got Edge higher than you. I think that. Hold on. Out of respect to Adam, I think Adam would have a problem with this. Adam's our boy, and Adam, the biggest thrill in Adam's life was to wrestle you.
Yeah, Adam knows the impact you've made.
Yeah,
sure.
Right, keep going.
That's what I'm saying. Number 18 says not available. They don't have anybody. Number 17.
Not available.
No, hold on. See, that's coming from, now, there's different sites with sort of different information, but what number were you on there? It says not available?
18.
18 on another one, it says Dusty Rhodes.
All right, Dusty Rhodes.
Dream did a lot of shit,
Well, I know he came to, when I had my major run in the 80s, I know he came up to.
Is he 5 positions better than you?
He came up to Madison Square Garden, he wrestled some preliminaries.
Right.
He was definitely a main eventer in Florida, but no, bro. He set me up, and one of the reasons I got in wrestling was because of him, but he didn't have that big run. No. I was lucky. I got given the football perfect timing. I was very, very lucky.
Out of the 2 people that got fucked the most in this list, this next guy is right there with you, okay?
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I might look at you.
What did he do to Vince to make him mad?
Well, I'll say the name and you'll know who the fuck it is. This guy by far is not 17. This guy in my book is top 5, as you are. Okay, Ric Flair. They got him.
Please.
They got fucking.
Please.
They got Rickster.
Oh, please.
They got the Nate.
Yeah.
The fucking Nate. Honest to God, the Nate is arguably number 1.
Could be number 1. Yes,
Could be
sir.
Number 1.
Now,
yes,
would you not agree?
Arguably,
Oh, please. I can't hear anymore.
If
they get Ric Flair, I can't hear anymore.
Terry at 17.
Oh, you got
that's
ridiculous. You got Ric Flair at 18.
And Rick,
17.
And Rick he used to go.
Hulk, my God.
He went hour Broadways the most I ever out of anybody. He used to go hour Broadways for years and years.
No.
Where do you do this?
The only wrestler.
But you're gonna have to explain what hour Broadways means.
Well, that means going an hour and wrestling to a draw and
He'd wrestle 2 hours, hour and a half.
Whatever he
nonstop.
He's the only wrestler that they ever.
You don't ever see that no more.
He's the only wrestler that they ever pulled away from me
times.
in the WWF that would have gone out of control. it caused a bigger problem to put me and him together.
Now, where do you hear this?
WrestleMania 8 or 9, we were supposed to go in L.A., they pulled us apart. It was too much.
What do you mean?
It was too hot. I mean, we would have dominated. That's all people. They wouldn't even care about any.
You mean
other match.
they would have walked? They would have gone home after the match.
Yeah, you put us on first, building would live. I'm telling you, that was so hot. They put us in Chicago, in Milwaukee, and it sold out instantly. And
You mean leading up to WrestleMania?
Yeah, we were working the program for WrestleMania, and they switched it and put me with Sid. It was too big, brother.
No.
It was another mistake. Like just focusing on one guy like Hogan. This would have been another mistake. A good one for the business.
Bubba.
Right.
But it would have been hard to control.
Hey, Bubba, I wish you could have tapes. I think Eric has tape. But last year I said I was on the greatest tour of all time, and that was Hulk
The Australian deal?
But him and Flair, I don't give a hell what anybody says. The match was awesome. Of course, Flair was covered really head to toe
with blood.
But the matches were awesome. And then,
Hell, we even cut Lacey.
you know what I mean?
Number 16. Number
16 is, can I say this one?
Yeah.
Brian Knobbs.
Are you serious?
Brian Knobbs.
No, you're lying.
You're
Not
lying.
on my list. number
He was
16.
blushing, though. You were blushing.
No way.
Number 16. Number 116, maybe.
If it's Vince's list, I'm probably not even on it, brother.
I'm ahead of him.
I guarantee
number
you, hanging
16.
out with me, you won't be on.
Number 16, John Cena.
16.
16.
He's top 5, bro.
I think his impact is still
Yeah.
being felt, though.
Yeah, but
He
he's
should be up
grabbed
there.
the ball.
Yeah.
And when I first saw the Thug Life thing and the rap, and he got established, and then when he started pushing, every week I'm watching him, brother, and he's getting his mark. He's made a transition for Vince. Where he's not just one of these guys that are real replaceable.
Right.
You know, I can name
And
15 of them.
do you guys ever have him on yet? He's a really good. He's a really good guy, man.
We had him
telling
on.
you,
We had him on before he broke.
In fact, we had him on before he broke. When he found out he was going to be doing the thug gimmick, like you were saying, Hogan, believe me, he was not thrilled about it. We're all fair. I'm like, so what's going to be the gimmick? He goes, oh, man, they got me doing this like gangster bullshit kind of thing. And he wasn't exactly thrilled with it. But even though he wasn't thrilled with it,
He did it.
took it and he did it correctly.
Number 15.
Well,
ran
hold
with
on. I got to tell you something. That is so wrong. He's top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a piece of Hogan, he's got a piece of Flair, he's got everything, and he is consistent.
When you see the top 5, when we finally get down there, it's 100% pandering. It's 100% Vince. This is the Vince.
Yeah, but
draw.
it's his deal. It's his game, bro.
I understand that, brother. But what I'm just trying to say is it's not correct in any way, shape, or form. It's 100% pandering. It's 100%. So anyway, number 15, Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect.
That's probably right.
Yep.
I think it could be maybe a little bit higher because he could really work. But
He could work, bro. But what happened coming across TV and the push they gave him wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know, 15 is probably right.
Number 14. Macho Man.
I think Macho should be a little bit higher
Top
than that.
10.
Yeah.
Macho,
Macho
yeah.
definitely be
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What's that, Mach?
Should be top 10, no doubt. Draw a lot of money with Terry.
Oh, man, you got-
put us together. It's too hot, just like Flair and Hogan. You gotta separate us.
You
Keep
guys,
going.
man, hold on. No, you guys drew some money now. didn't
yeah.
you?
No doubt.
Did you draw more money with Mach than you did anybody ever?
Across the board, yeah, because Vince let us run.
13, Gorgeous George, the old school, Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George, 13, yeah, that's cool.
Number 11, Eddie Guerrero.
Much respect, bro.
Yeah. Number 11.
But much respect, bro. But you got
The next one you're going to get hot on.
yeah,
This is where the top 10 start breaking into.
Yeah.
Now we're at number 10.
yeah.
So, that's really pretty prestigious, the top 10. This is
Yeah.
certainly where you should be. Roddy Piper. Number
Top 10, yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Top
You
10.
think so?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The next one, Rey Mysterio.
No.
I think top 25
I think
by all
top
means.
25, but not top 10.
Top 10. No, not only top 10.
He's
top
a great
9.
guy, but not.
The next one I'm going to say is probably going to really upset you. Because this is so disrespectful to put him at 8. It's the same, it's disrespectful to put him at 8 as to put you at 23. They got the great Andre the Giant at number 8.
Wow.
I mean, that's top 3.
Wow.
Top
Yeah.
four.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's right up there.
I mean, in my opinion,
Definitely top
I mean,
five.
depending on who you're talking to, it could be one. He could be.
Yeah,
number
he
one.
could be number one,
I'm
too.
thinking if you were to take five, if I was to give five in no particular order, Flair, Hogan, Andre, The Rock, Stone Cold.
Yeah,
Based
that's
on-
fair.
based on
Yeah,
money?
Or it could be,
Yeah.
it could be
Money.
Hulk, Andre, The Rock.
No,
I mean-
no particular order. Just those
Yeah,
five.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about what I could talk about. I'm saying Andre. It could be Andre, Flair, Hulk. It could be Piper and Mach.
Sure.
But it
Yeah.
could be Stone Cold
Well,
and Rock.
I'd put Piper and Mach at 7, 8.
Or it depends on how you look at it. Mach's run was a lot longer than Stone Cold's.
Right.
Stone Cold had 3 or 4 year run. Mach
Right.
had a
If you
long.
want,
Right.
if you want to go old, if you want to go older,
school, yeah.
Bruno
Yeah.
Sammartino was there for a while.
Oh God, yeah.
Well,
know what I
Harley
mean?
Harley Race.
Where's Bruno? Is he in there?
Bruno San Martino? No.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Number 24. He's one ahead of you. Jericho's 25. Okay, hold on. Ready? Continuing on. Number 7. Now this guy, I don't know the business like you guys. I know he was over,
Yeah,
but he didn't have that long of a run. The Steamboat, Ricky the Dragon.
he's working there now, right?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah, he's
course.
Okay, move next.
7.
Yeah,
Number 6. Harley Race.
Yeah, Harley.
yeah. He's
right up there.
I mean,
old school. If you're doing an old school list, he'd be top 10.
Right. 5. Dwayne The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's top 5.
Yeah.
4. I don't think. I think this guy's top 15, but not 4. It just goes along the lines of who's in the business right now. Hitman, Bret Hart.
No, bro, he's not 4.
No, I said in my.
No.
They got him at 4. In mine, he's top 15, maybe top 20.
Yeah.
Well, the way the list goes, the way I'm looking at it, I'm trying to be cool about it. I would be number 4 instead of Brett if I had a relationship with Vince now.
Right.
But because I don't,
You're 23.
yeah. So anyway,
Number 3, number 3, which I think certainly worthy of top 5. Stone Cold.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean he's in there.
yeah.
Number 2, this is just being respectful. The guy's probably top 15 in my book. Obviously, he works for Vince and never has worked anywhere else. The Undertaker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not number 2.
No.
And number 1 of all time, the greatest all-time wrestler, Shawn Michaels.
That got quiet.
John used to be a good friend. He's a hell of a worker,
so
man.
if Sean was the number 1 wrestler of all time,
Of all time.
the wrestling business, it wouldn't matter if Hulk Hogan was around or anybody.
No.
Andre the Giant doesn't matter if he was around or not. Sean would have carried this whole thing if he's
yes.
the number 1 wrestler of all
Him
time.
and Marty Jannetty.
Him, well, now,
We didn't need Hulk Hogan. We didn't need Andre. We didn't need Stone Cold. We didn't need The Rock.
you didn't need Mach.
We didn't need the big runs.
You didn't need
We
Gorgeous George.
We didn't need WrestleMania. So they could have done WrestleMania 1 with Shawn Michaels instead of Hulk Hogan.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. What do y'all want to talk about now?
Now, hold on. I just want to give you a couple of names that I think are pretty disrespectful to be up this high. Bruno San Martino, they got you. I mean, that guy's top 10.
Yep.
Probably old school, right?
What's he at now?
24.
Yeah, he's.
Does it piss you off? Do you feel like you still, after all this time, do you feel like you still don't have the respect that you deserve?
No, I'm cool, bro. This is a work, man.
Yeah.
but I mean deep down, like
just
from
walk out in public with me.
No, I mean from a Vince, from a
No,
like
it
a
doesn't
Vince.
matter. I'm grateful for everything Vince did for me, brother. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for him.
So deep down,
neither.
he's got the respect for you. He just has to play the hard ass.
Right. Spice.
Yeah, it's a business trip, man. It's a
a
business
work.
trip.
It's a
Of
work.
course it is.
Right.
But
Spice.
Hold on.
Is that Mama? Is that the bird?
Let's see what it is.
That or Ray Charles.
You should see sometimes, Bubba, when Trump and Vince got together and you're in the same building. It was ego.
That's
There was
a giant-
There was
yeah.
an ego clash, the back
Spice.
and forth there.
Your guy, man. Wow. I know you're pissed. Your
The
guy.
Ravishing one?
Ravishing Rick Rude, number 48.
Ouch.
Disgusting.
He should be up there.
Knobs, tell me your greatest Rick Rude story, because Spice will be riveted, man. Tell
yes.
me. I mean, tell me the best Rick Rude story about
Rick
him.
Rude, the original asshole. I mean, come on.
First of all, we were on road
God
trip.
bless him.
God bless him, and me
How stiff was he in real life, Terry?
he was.
He was cool with us.
That means he was a real asshole.
He was cool with you guys, but I mean, he was a shooter, was he not?
I'm going to
He
tell
had
you
his moments.
a quick tough guy story between him and Sid Vicious. They both. This was over in Germany when the B bus got crazy, and that's when Arn Anderson got stabbed and all that stuff happened. But we were pretty well drinking. We flew right in, wrestle, and right afterwards, 10 hours on the road, driving to the next town on a bus. So everybody kind of got really, feeling pretty good. And Sid challenged Rick to putting a cigarette between the arm and who can take it the longest. So it went down and it burned. Finally, Sid went, ow! Oh, man. And Rick picked up the cigarette and
started smoking it?
And started smoking it. It got a big hot ash on it and then put it out on his stomach. And the next day he was going, ow, what happened? He didn't remember doing it.
I can't.
But it was so funny because he, Sid pulled his arm away and he lit the cigarette up and put it out in his stomach.
I can't air the Ravishing Rick Rude story that Hogan told me. I can't air that one. No, I wouldn't even think about it. Please, Hogan, work with me.
But he was a true tough guy too, man. He could knock your. I mean, he could beat somebody up in a second.
He left Vince because he didn't like what was going on within the WWE at the time. At least from what I read. Do you know what that was? What was the change of heart there?
I don't know. I don't remember him leaving. What happened?
I don't know. He left and then he went down to WCW, but I'm not sure why he left either. I'm not sure what the reason was.
At the end of the day, with this thing, if you really, really look at it, all the way from Vince McMahon, Kiss My Ass Club, all the way down, everybody gets riled up like I did, and would get upset over money and this
business.
And that. It's a work, man. And you know what? It's just to look at it now. You're fighting for what you believe. I had a lot of old school mentality that, I remember one time George Scott booked me in a tag match with a midget, and Vince was not totally swayed over yet about, anything goes. And there was so much respect with the WWF and the championship. And I was on every building with Adrian Adonis or Rick Rude or whatever. Vince was on such a roll. He had everything sold out. And I was like the figurehead at the time. That all of a sudden, George Scott brought in a Dan Spivey with a full head of blonde hair and made him wear yellow tights and yellow boots. Duh, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like Howard Stern having you guys on the same network.
Right.
Both trying to, what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, all of a sudden, George Scott, we just sold out Baltimore, and, there were a ton of heels from the one-man gang to Terry Funk that was in and out that I could have went back to Baltimore with, Mr. Wonderful, and all of a sudden he wanted to put me in a tag match with a midget. And have a bunch of goofy little high spots where the midget saved me.
Doesn't make any sense.
I told Vince, I said, no, we're not doing it. And Vince was with me. He goes, no, we're not doing that. But as times changed, that would go all day long today.
Yeah. Dave out of West Palm, we got a question for Hogan. Go ahead.
Hogan, much respect to you. But my point was kind of like what you were saying is it is a work, and I just think it's funny listening to the top 50 thing. I mean, it's like listing your top 50 superheroes. I mean, it's basically a work, and I just thought it was funny.
No, that's why I can't get rattled about it because it's a work, and when they put Triple H ahead of me, or they put certain people, Edge ahead of me. I mean, it's Vince has got guys he's working with now. He's got a son-in-law, and he's got to look at the business. These guys are going to be still there working, and Shawn Michaels can come back, and Shawn Michaels can be the figurehead of the WWE, and so you just got to realize that things could possibly be different if Vince and I would have never disagreed on anything.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Well, I was going to say, is Orndorff on the list?
Yeah, Paul Orndorff is on the list. I don't know. So's Randy Orton, but I think both higher than Terry.
Okay.
Where's Snuka? Where's Superfly Jimmy Snuka?
Like 27, 28.
32.
32.
Wow.
He drew a lot of money, and he needs to be up there,
wow,
too.
That's strong. Yeah, but it's like you said, it's a work, and so when you sit back and look at it and you get your ego out of it, it's Vince's company. Vince has made this great living for all the wrestlers, and no matter what you say, Vince has been around forever. His dad established the company. Vince's dad's father did the original Boxing in the Garden, and they have been around so long, and they've lived this lifestyle 24 hours a day. When I'll take a break, and I'll quit for a couple months, or I'll get a case of the ass. Vince has been there for everybody 24 hours a day, so it's hard when you take the ego out of it. Let him put whoever he wants as number one. It's
right.
his business,
work.
And it's a work.
If he wants the fabulous moolah at 27,
right,
fabulous moolah goes to 27.
Yeah, so when I really look at it, triple props to him, man. He's keeping this thing going.
How's Brutus doing? Before I let you guys go, how's Brody doing?
He's good, man.
Brutus,
is he on the list?
No, Brutus ain't on the list.
Brutus ain't on the list?
And I think he should be, don't you think?
Look at all the guys that get heat that are.
Oh, I know.
What
Oh,
about the Hammer? Is he on the list?
Hammer not on the list. Hammer drew some money too, didn't he?
Some money with Chief Jay back in the day.
Chief Jay Strombo.
Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
How about the Honky Tonk Man?
Is he on the list?
No, hell no.
Oh my God.
Junkyard Dog is though.
Is Junkyard Dog on?
Yeah, 37.
Is he? I didn't even see it. He's on
And
the list.
Jake the Snake is on there, 39.
Jake, he's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
guess.
still alive.
don't
Yep,
know.
he's still alive.
Barely.
Whatever happened to Earthquake? Is Earthquake still alive?
Passed away.
No, he passed away.
He passed away. He was a local guy, wasn't he?
Well, he was from Vancouver, and then in the later years he moved to Orlando.
He did.
And yeah, he had.
About Big? Why isn't Big Sexy on there? Scotty Hall? Or
They're
anything like
down
that?
there running with me. What do you think?
Oh, they're guilty by association.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. When I was a kid, I switched over from WWE to WCW.
NWO.
When the NWO thing hit, and then the only time I switched back to WWE was when The Rock was gaining some notoriety, and then
Man,
we'd
that
sit on the
NWO
couch and we'd flip.
That NWO gimmick, man. Have you ever, I mean, next to the birth of Hulkamania with WrestleMania 3 and all that that NWO thing was unbelievable. How fun was it? Was it the funnest part of your life?
That's crazy. I actually.
Nobsy, were you in on that at all?
Yeah, we were in on it. We kind of were against them, and then me and Sag actually wrestled Scott and Kevin, and then,
Got squashed.
No,
I actually
that's
was
when
messing.
Sag beat Scott up, and then we got fired.
I was actually messing with this. I was messing with this iPhone the other day that you guys get me hooked up with, and I Googled Hogan versus Rock.
Right.
And
WrestleMania 19.
18. I forgot about the match, and when I pushed it to play, it was amazing that they didn't change the sound in the arena. Because to put out on tape or to put out on video.
You mean change the fact that you were over?
Yeah, sometimes they'll doctor the tape sometimes.
Sure.
And I took over and I forgot about the match. I took over on Rock in the beginning, and they were going,
I was there, remember?
Hogan, and they were going,
Yeah.
Rock. And it was like 60-40, 50-50, whatever it was. And it was just a roar when I was punching him and beating him. And then I called one spot for hit a duck something and hit me 1, 2, 3, and spit on the fist and knocked me out.
Right.
And I forgot that as soon as he punched me, that's where the line was drawn. The whole building booed. And it kind of blew my mind because I thought for sure they'd have doctored that up and fixed it.